All right, look, 9 o'clock, I'm back at the shop. Had to bring the radiator for the Huracan. But whenever I finished this video, 20 minutes later, I got cussed out by a customer's mom. Like, his mom called me and cussed me out because her son does not have the correct insurance, so he has to pay an extra $25 a week. And yeah, I got cussed out, so don't call me cussing me out. Make sure to watch tomorrow's video. And also watch this video till the end. It's a long one. This is gonna be at the end of the video, but also at the beginning. What's up, guys? So it's Carlos with Dream Auto Sales. Today I'm going to show y'all what the life of a car dealer is pretty much all day. This week has been busy. Some of y'all already know I specialize in buy here, pay here. I buy cars. We started doing a lot of co-park cars. I'm trying to get away from that. It takes me forever, but this week's been busy. We've been pushing them out. Great customers, a lot of nice cars. Let me show y'all what some of the issues have been just for this week. So on the last video, y'all saw that this Altima, we actually sold it last week on a Friday, got a good down payment on it, but the customer pulled back in right after he pulled out. The thing is, when I went to install the GPS on it, I messed with something on the brake switch, and it made the brakes, pretty much the car think that you're pushing the brake, and all of a sudden it just wouldn't go. It was kind of in limp mode. I fixed it, gave him his money back. I hated that it happened, but that was an issue we had Friday. Now it's back and ready to go. I did lose the key though, so it's just been sitting here. Now this little Ford Focus, we sold it about 6 months ago, and came back today. The lady called us and said, hey, my car keeps dying at red lights. Can y'all check it out? And y'all see, we do have a shop, so we work on cars also. Ended up being an auto control valve. We're waiting on the part. I think it's 60 bucks for the labor, and then as far as part is like $100, so we should have that customer back up and going this weekend. And then we've got this one right here that was a voluntary repo. The customer said that the fuel pump went out on it, but we got the fuel pump replaced. I didn't even check it. We just ordered one, got it replaced, and it's still not starting. So we're gonna check that out today. I haven't had a mechanic for about 3 weeks, but he did come back, so we should have that back up and going here soon. Now, when I started the car lot, this is kind of what I was selling. I was just selling cheap cash cars. These right here, I used to get them for about 1,000 to 1,500 bucks, and I could sell them for $2 grand, 2,500 bucks, and make some decent money. But in the last 5 years, prices have just been up. I paid $3 grand for this thing. This thing right here is ugly, but they're reliable. I'm gonna sell it for $5 grand, do payments. I'll make $2 grand off of it, and hopefully the customer pays it off. This thing right here, I think I paid $2 grand for it. I'm selling it for, I think, 3,500 bucks. It's got really high miles. I've had this car going on 3 years. Customers end up buying these cheap cars, and then after a few months of paying on them, and once we have a payment history, they want to go up to something like this, just our nicer stuff. And that's kind of the goal. The goal for me has always been to put somebody in a car with 1,000 bucks down, cheap car, they pay it off, and then once I got a history with them, I can put them into the nicer stuff, newer stuff. This one right here, terrible. Something terrible just happened to the customer. Got a call yesterday from this customer that the timing chain broke on it. And this customer's been a great customer. He's had this car for about a year. I sold it with, I think it had 150,000 miles, and within a year it has gone up to 200 and something. Yeah, I think it's got like 210,000 miles, so they drove it a lot. He's been out of state in this car for for a good while. I think he stayed out of state for about 3 months, 4 months, and then he moved back. And he only owes $2 grand on the car, so he doesn't owe much, but it's gonna be another $2 grand to fix the mechanical issue, which I told him I could do it. You know, we sell him as is, but good customer, pays on time. Why not help him out? The only issue right now that we're running into it is the shop that quoted him the $2 grand said they can't guarantee the work, so we ended up picking it up. We're actually going to try to find him a used engine. I think I found a few people that can do the labor on it, but it's just going to be better to drop an engine in it. Customer's going to go without a car for a few weeks, but he said he loves the car and he's glad that we're working with him, so we'll see how that goes. Back here, it's usually filled up. I haven't been buying any cars. But I've got that one to work on. This one right here, the customer got hit by another car, and we are waiting on insurance information to see if insurance is going to fix it. If not, I'm going to have to send it to the body guy, and he should be able to get this back up and going. I think I showed him the car yesterday, and he said about 1,300, 1,500 bucks he can get it back up and going. So we'll see how that goes. And then I'm also trying to start selling trucks. Got the Dodge Ram. Everybody always asks about the tow truck. I'm like, it's not for sale. This is going to be for sale. My personal Tahoe is going to be for sale. We upgraded to a Expedition. Got a lot of kids. We need a lot of room. We got the long one. That one's going to go up for sale. So I should have 2 trucks, 2 full-size SUVs, and let's get today started. This is our main office. It stays a little dirty. We used to have a bunch of car parts right here. I'm slowly trying to get away from Copart. That way we don't have that many car parts waiting. Got one desk back there for the main office lady. That's our main sales desk. That's what we do all the sales on. My office is over here. We do a few deals in here, but I try to keep customers out of my office. We are going to set up some sort of receptionist desk right here, and then maybe 2 desks in here for sales. Don't know if I'm going to switch my office in here. I don't know. We're going to redo the building, but that's a whole nother video. And then as far as the shop goes, we've got 1 car in here, and that's the Huracan, which I'm slowly working on it. I'm trying to do about 2 hours a day on it right now. I've got the seat belts off of it. Main thing is to get this dash off, and it's been a pain in the ass, but we're going to get to that. Now, if y'all have any questions about starting a dealership, anything to do with the car business, I'm an open book. I have plenty of people who comment. I have plenty of people who ask me daily. Just hit me up, comment down below, subscribe, find me on Facebook, and see if I can help you. This right here is kind of what I do every night. Usually the first thing that I do in the morning, at night, I'll throw some bids on a few cars, and then in the morning, once I get here, I'll either up the bids or see how the bids are going, just because the auction starts around 10:30 or 11. Right now, I'm trying to bid on some newer cars. We got all Nissan Maxima non-runner. It's already at 26. Got a Honda Odyssey. This one had low miles, so these are just great cars to sell. It's already up there. This Cadillac right here is actually not that bad, and I do have that Cadillac out there, so I was thinking if I could get this for a decent price and just throw the parts from the other one on this one, and then just get the customer into this one, it might be just a win-win situation right there. We've got all the parts. Got 118,000 miles, so that would be a good thing. I've got this truck right here that I'm just going to play around with. Is a Ford Raptor. I do see some frame damage right here. Looks like it was hit right there, but they do sell this frame rail, so that right there might not be too bad. Highest bid right now is 56. I'm the winner on that one, but we still got a few hours to go. Keep y'all updated on the Copart cars. Now, as a buy here, pay here dealer, there is something that has always been an issue with us, and that is repossessions, customers canceling their insurance and then totaling out the car, and we had no way to really control this. Insurance is supposed to notify us, but by the time they notify us, customers already wrecked. But now we signed up with a new program. It's called CPI. Pretty much, if the customer does not have full coverage, we are able to charge them an extra $25 a week, and that adds a coverage to us, and I get billed for it. So we don't make any money off of it, but we have to pay $25 a week per customer, so they have to pay us back that $25 a week for not having the correct insurance. It's great. And they paid out that claim since I think it was like within 5 days, so that's a lot better than dealing with insurance. Insurance is it's a pain, for real. All right, guys, so 3 hours later, almost towards the end of the day, let me show y'all what we've done so far. The Chrysler is finally in the shop, and on this one, doing something weird. I replaced the fuel pump, like I was saying, but for some reason, if we put gas straight into the intake, it starts right up. If we, we're getting fuel. If it's just trying to start by itself, it's not starting. At first, we thought maybe bad fuel, but we took the same fuel out, and then we cleaned out the injectors on it, and it's still doing the same thing. And then we got my dad out there working on that Ford Focus for the customer. And then we pretty much took a deposit on that one right there. Good customer that's got a car through us, and he's looking for something else that's cheaper. And so that one's going to be for him. But we got to change the transmission fluid because it's plain black. It's bad. And then we also had another customer drop off that G6, and I've got to just plug the back tire. We also got this tested out, saw what the issue with it was. And as y'all can see, that pulley right there is broke, so the belt's just bouncing. So we're going to check it and see. Might need a belt tensioner and that pulley. But so far, that's how the day's going. And this Friday, I'm going to try to leave here early. When I say early, I'm going to try to leave here by 6 o'clock. Started raining. I was hoping it was going to rain the rest of the day so I can leave here by 5. But no, I'm going to do that tire, plug that tire up, and then try to line up the cars in the front row a little better. And yeah, I mean, we'll just see what we end up doing today. All right, so this is the car that got dropped off, and we actually put a plug in it. There it is. So we put a plug in it, and she said it still leaks the air out. So I'm gonna soak it in some soap and see where it's leaking from. Hopefully not from the same plug, but if it is, then I'm about to find out. So I thought it was gonna be what we actually done, but as you can see, there's the plug we installed, and it's not leaking from there. But we do have another nail. Where is it at? Right there. So second nail. I'm not gonna charge her on this just because it's the same tire that we worked on. I don't know if she ran over something later on whenever she drove it home, or if we just missed it whenever we were checking it. But it had a big nail when we did it. We plugged that one up, and I'm just gonna go ahead and do the other one. All right, so we got this patched up, well, plugged, not patched. And then I believe the customer should be on the way, and the rain is back out here. So yeah, I'm gonna call it a day. Finish this one up, and then this is what I do on a Friday. Usually I'll work on a few more cars. If it feels good outside, I'll clean them up and stuff. But if y'all want to see more videos like this, subscribe, hit me up, comment. We'll see y'all in the next video. All right, look, 9 o'clock, I'm back at the shop. Had to bring the radiator for the Huracan. But whenever I finished this video, 20 minutes later, I got cussed out by a customer's mom. Like, his mom called me and cussed me out because her son does not have the correct insurance, so he has to pay an extra $25 a week. And yeah, I got cussed out, so you can be mad. So don't call me cussing me out. Make sure to watch tomorrow's video.